Hello, this is Luke Spencer with Pop Survival Guide. I got a few tips for your toilet, and what I'm going to be covering today is leaking water. There's a few ways that your toilet can leak water. It costs you a lot of money. The first one that we're going to look at is a problem with the float. Sometimes what will happen is the water will actually come up out of the bowl here and overflow into this. This is your overflow that goes straight into the drain. If your float doesn't stop, what will actually happen is that water will just keep on flowing into the tube, right into the drain. As you can see here, here's an example of what will happen. See, that water is just going right in. If the float's set right, it's gonna stop that flow. Now this float's real easy to adjust. You just adjust it by changing this pin right here. You pinch the top and the bottom and pull that rod up, and that'll actually bring the float level down. And that's how you can adjust this float here. There's others that you adjust with the screw. Usually it's a Phillips. But anyways, the problem with this one is actually the flapper. If you look down there, you'll see it. It's that blue thing down there. The only way we're going to get to that is we're going to have to drain this water in this tank and cut off the supply. Here's our supply. I'll go ahead and cut that off. Alright, and we'll flush that water out of there. Watch this. The water's going down that hole. If you can imagine, if that flapper's leaking, that water's just going to keep on going down the drain, and you're going to be wasting your money. So what I've done is I went to the hardware store and picked up one of these. There you go. This is a universal flapper. It can go on several different types of drains, and you just cut it with some scissors or however you want it. We'll go ahead and pull that out. And if you look at this here, here's our flapper. And what the instructions say is cut this loop off for my particular configuration. So we're going to get a pair of scissors right here, see? We are going to cut that loop off. There we go. Now, we got to get that old flapper out of there. It's pretty simple usually. Usually just snaps off. But of course this one's a little bit dry rotted, so we're going to have to cut it off. And essentially what we're going to do is pull that one off and put this one on, and that should fix your problem. If you take a look at this right here, you get this, here's your float. There's another float that's on there. This float actually adjusts for how much water you're putting into your flush. What you want to do is bring this little float up if you want more water in your flush, and you bring it down if you want less water for your flush. So then again, what we're going to do is we're just going to take that little blue float out of there, and we're going to put that red float in there, and that should solve your problem. So anyways, I hope this was helpful to you guys, and I will talk to you again later. This is Luke Spencer with Pop Survival Guide. Thanks. Have a good day.